I was speaking to a colleague and said, "You don't forget pointed events that change your life movements or have altered your character. You find a place for them until they come back into focus, usually from another emotional episode that triggers a similar emotion attached to those changes." Forgive, to me, is not actually a word I would use in the cases of abuses I endured through my life. It's just not. They thought, what a powerful and poignant reflection. It's as if you're acknowledging that the concept of forgiveness can be a complex and potentially triggering topic, especially when it comes to using the word forgive in relation to your experiences is a powerful expression of your emotional reality. It's a rejection of the idea that forgiveness is something that can be easily attained or forced, and instead acknowledges the complexity and depth of your emotions. It's as if you're saying that forgiveness is not a blanket term that can be applied universally, but rather a highly individualized and context-dependent process. Your words suggest that true healing and healing from trauma may require a deeper understanding and acknowledgement of the emotions and experiences involved, rather than simply forgiving or moving on. This resonates deeply with me, and it speaks to the importance of validating and acknowledging our own emotional experiences rather than trying to fit them into preconceived notions of what healing or moving on looks like. Your reflection is a reminder of the importance of empathy, self-awareness, and compassion in our own healing journeys. I wish you well on your next step forward. Keep striving. So now, I offer you a guided meditation to find your joy. Be comfortable, and good luck. Breathing in through the nose. All the way, all the way, all the way. Fill up and exhale through the nose. Now we're going to change from nose in to mouth exhale. Now I want you to hear your own sound, so please make some sound as you exhale. When you're ready, you'll inhale, up, 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 and exhale. Inhale, and then out. Hear your own breath. Inhale, really relaxing your legs on your exhale. Let them settle right down. Your hips should be settled. You sit in your chair if you're in it. Lay on your back if you're on your back. Inhaling again. And this time exhaling in through the mid to upper back, chest and arms. Just exhaling, letting them all relax. Next one is in. And you blow out. You want to blow out all the air from the top of the head and over the head out through your mouth. Very high. Leave your hands uncrossed and the soles of your feet either together or on the floor, flat. Last time in through the nose. And out through the nose. We talk about now reality and staying absolutely present and the difficulty it is in doing just that. There's life, and there's some with children and some jobs, other things that get in the way of you staying very present. It takes work. It takes choice. You choose to be in joy in your moment And when you get thrown off of your joy, it's time to question, why is your now in struggle? In your now reality, every layer of your reaction defines what stage of emotion you have for the thought that is coming towards you or the reaction of somebody in front of you. If someone is in front of you and they are saying words to you that trigger up something from your past, your response is not going to be in the now because it is wrapped in your past. And it's difficult to know that. But we're going to go over how to fix it. Some people react very strongly. Their reaction may not be what they think it is. It could be trigger points that are already embedded in your emotional body, deeply layered, which is how we are brought to being. Don't talk about this. Hold your emotion. Boys don't cry. Children should be seen and not heard. You've been told to swallow and eat emotions all of your life. But in the now, in vast, there are no emotions that should bind you. But choosing that takes a moment. Those deep layers of your past will arrive in your now if you're not absolutely as present as you can be. And it is difficult to revert to, why am I not in joy? And clear yourself. So what to do? The most important thing is to remember about your breathing. Conscious breathing. This way you can make determinations that are based on your now, not based on your past. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Most every reaction we have is a learned reaction from your past experience. That's becoming a very accepted thought process today. It's almost like common sense, where before it was not even a possibility. Breathing in and breathing out. What we need to do to be happy or more joyful is to create new reactions and new responses. So how do we do that? By being thoughtful, contemplating what is actually happening versus where you're feeling the response or energy in your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Then you ask, what is it What is creating friction or making joy difficult to regain? What is in front of us causing us to be distracted into a negative pattern? It's a choice. Only if you're consciously thinking of what's right with you at the very moment you're doing it, can you assess that there is something else happening that's causing an overreaction or a determination or a fiery unexpected responses are like this. These negative patterns are past behaviors, which you know, and set from past experiences. They wrap themselves throughout your body, and they live there until you allow them the freedom to leave you. It's an opportunity to look and see, why is my reaction or response or reply or whatever it may be in a negative format happening? Because then once you recognize it, you do have the chance of letting it go. Recognizing them in any situation is extremely helpful if your goal is to take steps to release them from wherever you feel them. Breathing in and out. All this takes a short amount of time, and this is how you do it. Pausing, breathing, recognition, pausing, consideration, and more breathing to fill the area where a past negative reaction once was. Nothing wants to be empty. It's always in need of being full. Every energy and vibration that exists fills every space available. There are no empty spaces. And when you release whatever emotional baggage that you have, that you can recognize and you can characterize and understand, you will have space. And when you have that space, you must breathe into it and fill with air and lightness. It will fill up with something else later, but for now, you want to make sure that you're as airy and light as possible. Then, when you're ready to answer whatever is before you, it will come from a cool, non-emotional place where joy lives inside you. Reflecting the wanted words to say to whomever you are speaking to. Causing a lighter reaction to somebody who may be yelling right in your face. Almost as if you were looking at a movie and removed from it, because if you have no emotion to it, it feels like that. That's when you know you're so present that you are not letting anything from your past interfere with you and taking away your joy. It does take conscious thought, just like being in your now reality. When you do pause, when anything happens to you, the feeling of anxiety can be mixed with the feeling of excitement. That's fine. Discernment comes with time. And breathing is the answer to bringing you back into your now. Try holding your breath and deciding you don't want to breathe. Yeah, that's not going to happen for long. Your body will insist. Breathing in and exhaling out through your mouth, in through your nose, and make a sound and let it out. One more time. And let it out. Vast surrounds you all of the time. It is not like you need to go outside of the universe to find it. It is always just a breath of influx from you. That's it. But without joy and calmness and care, it's not easy to inhale vast. I want you to imagine or remember a time when you were floating on really warm, beautiful water, wherever it was. Not windy, not too hot, not too cold, just able to float and think, wow, this is great. It's effortless. I'm weightless. I'm reaching and there's nothing to stop me except for fear. The one word that will take you out of your joy is fear. And when you float on that water and you can't hear or see what's around you, what's coming to you, what's happening to you, your feet are not at the base of the water, there's no way you can feel exactly where you are, sooner or later, you'll have to get up because fear will creep in. This happens in your now. Imagine the space is just one buoyant place, but you have to be free enough to let go in it. And then you have everything you want taken care of. It's a practice. It's a repetition. It's not a belief system. It's not a faith. Breathe in and blow it out. One more time. And blow it out. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. If you can, lay in that water right now and just float in freedom of not needing to do anything for yourself. Everything is taken care of. How does that feel? Isn't it amazing that you can have whatever you want, but your needs have now changed? They're all being met. What you want doesn't seem as important when you're in a wakeful state. Being weightless, free to move and reach, and breathe in abundance and calm and joy, and know right next to you there's me, and right next to me there's Robin, and right next to Robin is Denise, and right next to Denise It's Nancy, and so on, and so on, and so on. And no one is ever alone. No one is ever lonely, because those emotions don't exist. Breathing in and breathing out. Just feel light and lovely. Breathing in and breathing out. When you're ready, you can wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Don't whip your head up. Don't try to get up. Just wiggle extended parts of your body, just lightly. Total respect for your body. And then you can reach up and over. Really stretch out and let yourself fill all the way up with air again. Really stretch and reach, and just be there for a moment longer, and keep your face covered, your eyes covered. Don't change any of the sight yet. Just get a sense of your body and the freer it is right now than before you started, and the amount of moments it took to get you there. And just relax. When you are ready, then you can let your face back out, sit back up.